Hi, Jim. My name is Sam, and I'm a sales rep from Carousel Industries. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Sam. How are you?
I'm good. So I'm going to quickly drop my LinkedIn in the chat right now. That way we can connect. And while I'm doing this, I just want to congratulate you on those 22 new acquisition locations. That must be so great, and it must be keeping you and the company busy.
Yeah, we've been really busy. We've been scaling up and dealing with new clients, new employees. So, as you can tell, I'm a little tired, but I'm really happy with how we are performing, and really proud of what we've done.
That's great. I'm really happy that that makes you happy. So I know your time is valuable today. And just to keep on track, this meeting will take about 10 minutes. Does that work for you?
Yeah, 10 minutes still works.
Perfect. And is there anyone else you want to add to this meeting who you think may benefit?
Nope, I think it's just gonna be me today. I checked everybody else's schedules, and everybody else was pretty packed, so it's just gonna be me today.
Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that it's just us two. So I'm going to set an agenda just to, again, make sure that we keep on track. So for today, I want to talk about the challenges that you've been having at Gold Coast, and then as well as how Carousel can really help you benefit from those challenges. Is there anything else you want to add to the agenda?
Nope, sounds like a good agenda to me.
Great. Okay. So So I'm actually here today because I was at a networking event for sales professions, and I actually ran into someone from Gold Coast, and they mentioned that you guys were having some difficulties with your communication platform. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, of course. So the two platforms we have right now is Skype and Slack. And currently right now we're not having that useful of a time with them. And with Slack, actually we've had employees stop using it entirely because of how I'd say difficult it is to function in a working environment like this. And they've stopped using it. And we've had many other issues with Skype as well. So overall our communication platforms are not unified, and that's kind of aggravating as a, I'd say, company, but also as HR manager.
Yeah, for sure. So you mentioned that you're having trouble with the unified communication platform. I was wondering if you could tell me just a little bit more of your difficulties there.
Yeah, so with running with Slack and Skype, they're two different platforms. One for visual and video aspects, and the other one's for direct messaging and intercommunications with our employees. So we've had some kind of difficulties moving back and forth with that, and the miscommunications. And kind of like a bigger issue is the idea that I have to, with this acquisition, I have to increase the amount of people we have in our call center. So with that, I have to onboard around 50 new people and train them effectively. So without that kind of unified aspect of our communications platform, I think it's gonna be really hard to really give these people the correct picture and help them in the way I need to help them so that we can run this company effectively moving forward.
Yeah, for sure. So then when you guys went remote because of COVID-19, what did your strategy look like? Did you continue with Slack and Skype?
Yeah, so we are still with both of them. Skype's actually running up on his contract soon, which is kind of something we have to factor in. But we are looking into different options, especially by talking with you guys, because one of the issues that we had with Skype was the security aspect to it. It was okay for visuals and video, but we really did have that major issue of having intruders in a big team meeting once. And it was really bad and really, I'd say, impactful because it got more information out of us than we'd like, but it also really did hurt our productivity, especially with us being remotely, because we got to really use each other when we can. So that was really hurtful overall, the company in general.
Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear about the security breach, Jim. So then what would happen if your company didn't solve any of these problems?
Honestly, it's kind of a scary picture. But
Mhm.
what I think that would be happening is that maybe we might be losing some more clients based off this. Because if we're getting more people, more clients, if we don't have a communications platform to back that up, we might be losing our effectiveness in our customer service, which is one of our key aspects here at Gold Coast. So I really do get concerned with that aspect, and I don't know if we'll be able to take advantage of the increasing need for insurances in this industry of COVID-19. So I really hope we could take advantage of it with maybe a better platform. But without a new platform, I don't think we'll be able to reach those numbers we've had predicted.
Yeah, for sure. So then what has your company done so far to fix some of these problems?
We've been able to kind of patch over, I'd say, the security issue with Skype. I mean, like we did pay some more money out of the budget to fix this security issue and kind of back up the walls a little bit. But it's kind of like a band aid instead of a real solution. So we've been doing that. And then Slack, we've been kind of just let slide down, kind of ironically, but it's not really been effective for us. So why would we keep putting more money into it? So we have been trying to put some band aids on the bleeding, but we haven't really stopped the injury from stopping to hurt the company.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you've been investing a lot more money into Skype because of all these problems. So what about your time? Like how much time would you say that you spend on these communication issues?
To be honest, we don't spend a lot more time on them. It's mostly me talking to IT. So it's me saying, expressing some of my concerns. So we don't spend as much time as I'd like to, even though it is a bigger issue that we should be dealing with. And I think that we should be spending more time on. But because of the acquisition and the other aspects we've been dealing with, we've been really busy.
Yeah. So then, Jim, I'm also just curious, like, what would your ideal communications platform look like? If you could have any communication platform in the world, what would it be?
So my ideal communication platform would mostly be a unified one where we could have both
Mhm.
virtual and virtual but visual aspects to it, and also have a direct messaging and intercommunications within the company. And I'd like to have it to have the topmost security and be able to use it as an interactive training platform as well, so we can train onboard those individuals. So that'd be mostly my ideal communication platform.
For sure, Jim. So, what Carousel is that we integrate and manage technology solutions. So, you get to enjoy having one partner with nationwide support, experience in multi vendor integrations, and we're also an award winning managed services company. We have 6,000 customers, including 35 of them from Fortune 100, as well as 1,300 employees working in 27 locations across the world. So, or excuse me, across the US. So, the solution that I have for you is that Carousel provides um, a partnership with Cisco WebEx. So with Cisco WebEx, you can implement a virtual communication platform. It's a unified cloud communication system that makes it possible for organizations to interact and collaborate from any mobile device or video platform. So some of the really key features of this Cisco WebEx communication is the WebEx meeting. So it lets you host online meetings with HD video and screen sharing, your WebEx training. So this makes it possible to train those 50 new onboard employees that you mentioned earlier in an effective way through breakout rooms, hands-on training, tests, as well as WebEx events. So it's a solution for your hosting your large webinars and with great security. So as you mentioned with that security breach with Skype, you wouldn't have to worry about that anymore with the feature of WebEx events. And then lastly, WebEx Teams. So this keeps your team securely connected through messaging and file sharing. And you mentioned that you needed in your ideal video platform that you wanted direct messaging between your employees. And that's what WebEx Team covers. So Jim, can you see yourself using this?
Yeah, I really do. I think that really did hit all of our points that we are trying to fix right now, especially for the future too.
Yeah, for sure. So then based on your answer, can we move forward with a demo?
I like what you're saying here, Sam, and I really do. Really do think that this platform could really benefit us. But one of the major issues is price. I mean, like we spent more money already on security, which cut into this budget. So I really am kind of concerned of how expensive this WebEx platform is, and basically how I could prove that to be useful.
Okay, yes, I understand. Price is always a concern. So just to clarify, Jim, that your concern with price is that you're getting the full value of what you're paying for.
Exactly.
Great. So then for sure with Cisco WebEx, you are getting the value of what you pay for. So the price really, the value comes in. So you get really great value out of this. So the value that you get is with the WebEx system, you get an active user. So the active users feature is that you get to see who is using the WebEx system, and then from there you only pay for who's using it, as well as the control hub feature. So this is you gets your data and your analytics behind, and you get to see exactly who's using it again and all the data behind it. Does this address your concern about price?
Yeah, I think it does. I think I can really justify that cost to my supervisors.
Great. That sounds that's really nice, Jim. So then did I clarify all your objections?
Yeah, I think all my concerns are taken care of. So I think that we should move forward.
Yeah. So, Jim, I think that we can both agree that Carousel really gives you that unified messaging platform that you want, as well as your direct messaging, and it will really help you with bringing on those 50 new people. So, are you good with the moving forward with a meeting, a demo with Austin McCormick, either Thursday at 2 or Friday at 1?
Yeah, Friday at 1 works great.
Perfect.